Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Libra. Let's see what's happening with you guys. Libra. Oops. There we go. We have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, someone here just about feels like giving up. Someone's feeling some lack and loneliness. Don't give up. Yeah. Could be somebody looking for a home, seeing being left out in the cold, giving up if you are looking for a home. But I do see there's something positive. I feel something's going to turn out okay. Yeah. We'll see what this is about. What does Libra need to know? Yeah, we got some Gemini energy, a lot of fiery energy here. What does Libra need to know? Yeah, so we have someone here who's single. It looks to me like we have someone who's, I don't know, could be someone who's given up on love. Someone may have ghosted someone here. But don't give up, because I feel like you're going to go down a different path. I do think there's choices. I feel like you're going to be presented with choices. And some of you, it's just a matter of not sure if you want to be single or not. But yet there's this loneliness too. So there's this energy of lack. I mean, it could be somebody looking for a home, but yeah, saying here, someone here has everything they need. I think it's loneliness, and I do feel it's an energy of, I mean, it's a house, a home, often family, someone's financial foundation. Yeah, someone here lives alone, but they're lonely, so it's because they've given up. They just feel like giving up. Yeah, well, don't, because someone's coming in. Yeah, we have someone here who is probably in that same energy. Yeah, we have some Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. But it's a person coming in. This is someone who wants to talk. They want to ask you out. Yeah, this is someone also lonely. They felt like giving up. Interesting. So this is a person who generally takes the lead. Let's have a look at this Five of Pentacles. Yeah, see, it's the start of something. I told you something good was happening. A new person coming in. This is someone very high vibrational, positive. This is someone who's, I feel, leaving something behind here. You see, ready for something new, the lack and the loneliness. So this is someone who's also in that energy. But look at that new. And it could be a new house, a new home. Someone literally could be looking for a new home. But wow, yeah, look at that. So this has to do with faith and loyalty, some kind of contract negotiation. But I feel it's more about some sort of an agreement. Because I do feel, I mean, if this is a new person coming in, if some of you have a person who ghosted you, ignored you, or just left you out in the cold after an agreement. Yeah, I mean, I do see that kind of, but I feel for the most part, it's just some sort of agreement here. And it is about being lonely and lack. So I don't feel like it's a lack of money, because I see a strong financial foundation. This is a person who's bold. If they want something, they go for it. See, this is somebody who has maybe just felt like giving up, and now they're not. So yeah, it's interesting. The Hierophant is rules, regulations, structure, someone's lifestyle. See, someone who lives alone. That's what I feel. But it also has to do with something to do with a contract negotiation or an agreement to do with a home. So some of you are looking for a home. I feel like you may get a home. So let's have a look at the Three of Pentacles. Why is that here? Yeah, see, this is someone felt sad, feeling like there's not a lot of hope. See, it has to do with making a choice in love and going down this path. It's all about going down that path. But it's about two people going to come together, I feel here. This is someone looking at past, see, feeling sad. But it's an energy of this person kind of felt like there was no hope, but now they feel like there is. And that's what I feel. This is feeling really positive. Tell me about the Lovers. Yeah, this is someone who's either moved and relocated to a new home. See, moving on. Someone distancing themselves. But this is often someone with a little time in between. See, feeling a little sad. But I feel it's someone who felt like there's just no hope, and it could be this person. See, I think we got a couple people here who just sort of have kind of given up, but now look at, we have new. But I feel like moving and relocating too. Yeah, someone's moving on from a situation here, definitely moving out. Could be, but it's about things being calm, taking lessons learned. Yeah, we got someone who's ready for love. Now, if you have a choice, like I say, with somebody here ghosted you, ignored you, you may have had a date and then never heard from someone again. I see that for some of you. Yeah. And I do, this could all be one person, but I am breaking it into two because I do see two for some. So this is someone who may have had a date with this person and it didn't go anywhere. They may have ghosted you, ignored you, or just left you out in the cold. Now you got something new. So if you've been feeling kind of lonely, yeah. But I feel a lot of you, it's just this person, this lack and loneliness. See, somebody who wants love. See, they have everything they need but love. And I think that's both people. Yeah, they are stable financially too. But if there are choices, like I say, it's an energy of someone distancing themselves, moving out, moving on, taking lessons learned. Yeah, someone who's been single. It could be someone who's been single for a while. But it's a person who's stable. It's a person who is looking into the future, kind of preparing. I think it's somebody preparing, getting themselves ready. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's buying a home or renting a home, because I feel this moving out, moving on. But the interesting thing is this Three of Pentacles. It's about the two of you coming together. See, two people coming together and going down this path. So someone's definitely, I feel, being left out and left behind. That's where I feel the two comes in for some of you. Let's have a look at this King of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is somebody here with the attitude, what have I got to lose? They're seeing things clearly. They're having a little aha moment. It's about preparing. And I do see financially, someone with a strong financial foundation, some Taurus energy there. It all depends, I feel, who you're dealing with, but this is more than likely just somebody's energy. There could even be three. If you have where you've given up because you've tried and tried again, right, to connect with somebody, and they're either always moving on, or there's this distance, or somebody avoiding someone. See that energy? So like I say, if there's been situations where this has happened, I do think you have a person here who's actually emotionally available. They're grounded, they're stable. Yeah, and I feel prepared, ready. Yeah. It's just an energy of a person who's seeing the truth. So there's some sort of enlightenment in truth, victory, win or lose. What have I got to lose? And that's why I feel it connects. Tell me more about the King of Wands. Yeah, see the cup runneth over, a fresh new start. Someone's ready for a fresh new start. It is emotional, so I do see an opportunity coming in. But like I say, some of you maybe during this time in between, where, you know, if this is somebody here who ghosted you, ignored you, and left you out in the cold, if they do come back around, I don't know if you're going to go for it. But yeah, I feel like it's just someone who, probably with another person. To me, it's not about a lack of money. And if there was, maybe this is why somebody maybe tried to avoid someone and maybe even regrets it. But I feel like it's just a person who, I mean, the stronger energy to me is someone who's just leaving something behind. And it's the lack and the loneliness because they're ready for a fresh new start. See, feeling prepared, being ready, stable. Often people don't like to get into a committed relationship or live with somebody until there's stability. But let's have a look at the Sun. Yeah, so it has to do with crossroads, life path, choice, decision, or two people have come apart. See, someone left out in the cold, lonely. So this is kind of someone here at that between two worlds stage. So it has to do with a decision. It does have to do with a fresh new start. I mean, someone's cup literally runneth over. But it does look like somebody wants to come in. Now, if you have someone you're leaving behind because you've come apart, they ghosted you, ignored you, or there was just a lot of lack in a relationship, you can be in a relationship and still be lonely, right? If somebody's always ignoring you, or they're never there, that kind of energy. Yeah, you're always alone, always being left alone. This could be somebody coming in to date. So that's where I see too. Yeah, someone who's in that same energy, but it's playing out different because they're ready to leave the past behind and ready to move forward. Yeah, let's have a look at the Two of. Yeah, it's all about balance and harmony. It's whether someone's right for someone. This is somebody coming in right too, so I like that. So there's harmony here. Could be someone just making peace with their past, letting go of this lack of negative energy. I feel it's loneliness, and that's where I feel someone's lonely. They're, yeah. It could be just somebody moving out. Tell me about the Hierophant. Yeah, so someone being a little cautious, a little careful what they wish for. But see, some of you, I feel you've never really got what you wanted. That's why I feel the viewer, some of you, you've been through this a few times, being ghosted, ignored, or being in a relationship where you're actually always alone anyway. That's what I feel for some of you. So you may have had this happen a few times, but I feel like you're about to get your cup filled. About to get what you want. Somebody who's loyal, faithful, someone who wants to commit. Yeah, it does look like this is leading towards something committed, but it's also an energy of learning and making sure you're on the same page. So you taking more time to get to know someone too, making sure you both want the same things. Yeah, some of you have been doing the waiting. See, sort of waiting, feeling the ship has sailed. It's too late. Yeah. But it's never too late for love, I'm going to tell you. That's what I feel someone's looking at. But it's this energy of going down this path again. See, someone's looking at that, going down this path with the Three of Pentacles, connecting with someone, being with someone. It's about spending time together, doing things together, traveling, just stuff. It's life, basically. Doing life. Wow, let's have a look at the Six of Swords. Yeah, we got an Emperor. Someone here is definitely leveled up. So it could be someone who maybe, some of you may have dealt with someone who didn't have a lot of money. Kind of sitting on the fence, but now someone's leveled up. I see somebody getting a higher paid position. Emperor energy, but it's the Emperor making it happen, and that's what it is. So this could even be a boss, somebody getting a better job, but I feel like this is just that choice too, for those of you who have a choice. But I'm going to tell you about this Emperor. This is definitely someone leveling up, higher paid position, contracts, negotiations. So somebody here, there is a job situation leading to moving, relocating to a new home. Yeah, someone here has been waiting for some kind of news or confirmation, contracts, negotiations. So another message. And it likely all ties in with this person in some way. But this is the person, win or lose. What have they got to lose? Yeah. It's a person speaking truth. See, it's just the energy of all the kings. But I do see a Libra energy, masculine. I also see Gemini and Aquarius. But I see Gemini and Libra energy here most. But it's a person, their swords up, they're being discerning. It's about somebody learning something. Yeah. Somebody maybe cutting someone out, making it happen. See, this is somebody going to end something here. Often it's the Emperor making this happen. It's an energy of someone who's moving on, relocating here. See, but it's also someone applying some things they've learned, they know, some newfound knowledge. So somebody here is coming in to speak a truth. Yeah, some sort of truth. I mean, you can see the aha moment, but to me it looks like they've learned something. But it is a person who's discerning. Their sword's often up, a little skeptical. But yeah, it's all someone who protects what's theirs. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if you've got someone here who's trying to avoid something here. If you've got someone trying to avoid you, and it could be because they maybe have cut somebody out because they're making it happen. They're speaking truth, but it's somebody going to come and speak truth. So, yeah, but to me, it looks like someone's sword was up, and that's just being discerning, skeptical, or just needing to know more. But you can see the aha moment is someone who's seeing things clear. So there's clarity. And it could be someone just clearing things out. Like I say, clearing, moving, relocating. So there's going to be a truth. Some sort of truth. Tell me more about this person. Yeah, this is someone who feels they missed an opportunity. Yeah, this is an energy of missing an opportunity. I think someone ghosted someone, and if they ghosted you and ignored you or rejected you, this is what I feel. Or somebody is rejecting another person. So take it as it resonates, but you really, whoever you're dealing with, really pay attention to what it is they're telling you. I do see truth as to why somebody ignored someone or rejected them, or why they cut somebody out. Okay? Yeah. But it's often someone, see, they're looking at it, you know, it's too good. It's often someone who looks at it, nope, there's just no way that this person is right for me. They don't want to look at it. See, they just don't even want to look at it. So that's why I feel, if there is two, definitely I feel there's a choice. But I feel like, tell me more first about this Four of Cups. This is, yeah, it's somebody who's now seeing the bigger picture. There it is. The King of Swords is often someone who does a lot of thinking and analyzing to see the bigger picture. But it has to do with someone getting themselves out there, putting themselves out there. I think we have somebody who wasn't ready financially, or they just were in a negative energy because they had cut someone out. So this could be why, the truth. Someone here probably should have told someone the truth. So there you go. But now they see the bigger picture. This is someone now ready to put themselves out there again. But I feel some of you, it's yourself too. You're getting ready to do this. And that's likely the message for you, is to get yourself out there. To be open. Yeah, be open to receive love. But this is, I mean, emotional happiness, fulfillment. See, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, this is someone after a period of time, they take a step back and they feel differently. But as some of you too, it could be someone who felt something is off. You have nothing in common. Again, it's an energy of why. But there is going to be truth. And I feel those of you who have two, I do think it's telling you to take a little step back and look to make sure somebody's actually your type. Okay? Because I do think some of you have somebody coming in who's a little different than your usual type. So if you've had this happen a few times, and I kind of feel like someone has given up because this keeps happening. It never goes the distance. It only goes so far. People who won't commit, or they don't want to come together, or they don't want to do anything together. You're always alone. And that's what I feel, because there's this single person, this alone person. Yeah. I think it's just about loneliness and lack. So, but listen to what somebody has to tell you here, because they're putting themselves out there. They are looking at the bigger picture, happy home, happy life. Some of you have a person who's happier alone. Someone here is content the way things are. And then there's the King of Cups. Someone emotionally available. See, it's people who aren't emotionally available, but they start things, and it's all about why. Why do people start things if they don't intend to follow through? So I see that for some of you. But this is somebody a little different. They're definitely a patient person. I do think they have a kind and compassionate nature. Yeah, I do think they've been single for a while, and they are someone who's given up, because that's what I feel. So if you have a choice, like I feel you have an opportunity here, you can take it or leave it. But it is someone who's preparing. Somebody here feels prepared. So if you had someone who rejected you, the truth is maybe they just didn't feel prepared. They felt something was off, or they just weren't ready. I mean, temperance is, it is a temptation. So like I say, but it's often someone here just feels something isn't right. But they could be looking at things differently now and feeling differently, because they put something behind they needed to get over. Don't know what it would be, but like I say, it does look like it's someone who, because I do see this energy, possible Sagittarius. Yeah. with that energy. See, that's why I feel like it's just an emperor. It has to do with, I think, someone, definitely their money to a degree. But it has to do with their past. So that's why I feel someone making peace with their past. But it has to do with a fresh new start. That's why I feel a lot of you, it's just one person. But definitely some of you, there's a couple people where you've had these things happen before. Now you've got this person coming in, someone different than your usual type. So what it's saying is it might feel off. Okay, it might feel a little off if you're used to a certain type. But when you look at your type, if it never goes anywhere, it never goes the distance, it never leads to commitment. Or faith, someone faithful or loyal, or someone who even wants to spend time with you and do things with you. See? That's where I feel all different scenarios here. Yeah, definitely some of you have done a lot of waiting, and I see that, right? And I do think you've had a lot of disappointments. I do think there's a bit of trust issues, and it could be this person as well. See, disappointments, but it's about being able to trust. This is about communication. Okay, now some of you, there could have been some kind of miscommunication with someone here too, because it's about the truth and clearing something up and speaking the truth. This is someone speaking truth. Yeah, but I definitely feel some of you've waited and waited, and it's always this disappointment, always being disappointed. Yeah, see, being left alone. Yeah, wow, but this is looking really good. Yeah, well, there could be some chemistry here. This is nice. See, this is about two people. It's just right. Not too hot, not too cold, like I was saying the other day. Yeah, but it is, like I say, it's an energy of two people just being patient. And I do think someone's having that realization. You're probably each other's type, but they came into a situation where they just weren't trusting it. See, there's no way this person's my type. There's no way this is right. Because that's what I feel. They missed an opportunity. See, it's like they don't even want to look at it. And it might even be yourself, because here it comes. I feel this, some of you, it's yourself not wanting to look at it. But if you have someone here who's disappointed you and ghosted you and rejected you, yeah, I could definitely see saying thank you, but no thank you. Because you have a new type. See, it's trying things different, doing things a little different too. I feel like it's somebody here who actually wants to spend time with you. They want to be with you. And I do think you got someone you will be on the same page with. But again, you don't have to take it if you don't want it. One of these people especially, I can see somebody going, no, thank you. Because if you have somebody who ghosts you and leaves you out in the cold and rejects you, then what is that showing you? It's yourself seeing the bigger picture. And that's why I feel the feminine energy here too, feeling you're better off alone because of all these disappointments, right? Someone's happy, they're content, but it looks like you have a choice in love to make. And I do think there's either two, or it's just this person coming in emotionally available, loving, caring, nurturing, somebody who's invested. See, they're invested, there's interest. They're going to show you too. Yeah. But I almost feel like some of you, it's just an energy of being prepared to be disappointed almost, like, yeah. Ugh. This is about patience. It is timing. See, it's this energy of time. And just a little test to be patient. It's saying to be patient and just see this person who's different than your usual type. Yeah, I do see good news getting together. Again, there's the energy of 3. See, some of you have people around you, and I feel it's just somebody looking at all the different types of people they've dated. There's been a lot of disappointment, deception, people who aren't loyal, manipulators, you name it, right? But there's something worth celebrating here. There's good news. So, see, it's about somebody who's really interested, and they're actually... it's about investing in this. They want to go down this path. I think some of you got a few people interested in you. It's difficult to read when there's so many energies. And I get a lot of that lately. I think people have been busy. Especially if you've been just getting yourself out there. Yeah, you can see there it is, getting out there. See things speeding up, maybe even multiple opportunities. Just choose wisely, but it is saying, try a different type, because if your type is always disappointing you in some way, it's trying to pick a different kind of person, kind of look at who these people are. But I do feel like there's a masculine here who's been very disappointed as well. So, but just listen to what this person says. It's someone who's going to speak truth. I do think they're ending something, or they've cut someone out. And I do think this person could be somebody who may have disappointed you. Don't know. It all depends on what it is. Tell me about that disappointment with the Five of Swords. It's trust. Someone has trust issues. See, not trusting it. This offer, this opportunity. So it could be someone who didn't trust you, or they just didn't have trust in themselves at that point to make a decision, especially if they had just ended something and they weren't over it. And I see that for some of you. But yeah, let's have a look at this trust. Yeah, see, there's curious things that needed to be learned. Yeah. It is curiosity, absolutely, but it's somebody here who probably should have told you the truth, that they had just ended something. If it is someone who disappointed you. Yeah, but there's still that curiosity. Yeah, someone's pinned down by their thoughts. See someone taking a break, a time out. See, I feel this is something that could have been avoided if someone just spoke the truth. And it could be too, where it's this person and now you have somebody else coming in, because I feel the energy of somebody new coming in, because you've been sitting on the fence here, feeling lonely and ghosted. So yeah, I wish you the best here, Libra. I'm sure you'll make the right choice, masculine or feminine. Just pick the person who doesn't disappoint. I mean, and you can't really, there's always a risk of that, but like I say, get to know their friends and family. See how they behave around their friends and family, okay? Their morals, their values. Just make sure you're on the same page. I think you know the drill. You're smart. You're usually very articulate, and you certainly aren't somebody who's a pushover. But yeah, it's someone different. They're your type, but they're different. So this is almost like a new type with the sun. Try something new. Bye for now.